match is a non-title match that will be wrestled with one fall. Here comes the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, the carnival is here. It's the showman of the year, accompanied by his tag partner Clementine. The main attraction, Mr. Charles Crowley.
So here at the North Romford Community Centre, something, as they say, now for something completely different. The mystical, cynical, bizarre, and rather scary Voodoo against the ultimate showman himself, Mr. Charles Crowley. No problem with identification this time round. 1-4 match this, as always. Voodoo, of course, the WrestleForce heavyweight champion, but the belt not on the line in this particular match. We saw these two last in Aylesbury back in February of 2020. That was the last time these two came together. Although last time we saw Voodoo, of course, was a big bruising battle with Danny Duggan, where Voodoo actually did hurt his lower back quite a bit there. We think he's okay now, but, well, we'll have to wait and see as this match progresses. Taunting Mr. Charles Crowley, as is Voodoo's wont. At ringside and accompanying Crowley into the ring, Clementine. Tag partner, of course, together they are the big, dangerous, scary mammals. But it's a solo match, but she's here to support her man. Oh, Mr. Bastopheles, he's produced a fist. well. That didn't please Voodoo at all, did it? And Charles Crowley definitely out to impress, to make amends for last time. Plus, of course, that title shot he had with Voodoo was 18 months ago. So he'd like an, oh, hello. You've got a hat, I've got a hat. Voodoo has a hat. It's the battle of the... Oh, yes, here we go. Well, this could be one way of defeating Voodoo. There's some very... not very happy with that. It's turning into the battle of the hats here. Oh, now. Martin Ramerson getting it straight between the two of them, because that is absolutely not allowed. And Voodoo would find himself on his way back to the dressing room if he used that straight away. Implements illegal, of course, and absolutely not, says Martin Ramerson. Gets rid of that straight away. Have we finished now with the Battle of the Hats? Trying to choke slam on Voodoo, is it? And, my goodness, that's ambitious. Voodoo has to go down to his level quite literally while... Well, Voodoo thought he came here for a match and thought that Mr. Charles Crowley would be fairly straightforward. It's turning into anything but. Must be said so far, not a lot of actual wrestling. And Mr. Charles Crowley complaining he's got a lot of blue, whatever that is, that Voodoo puts in his mouth. You say a non-title man, Voodoo says that Crowley has not earned his title shot. Oh, hello. Spots Clementine there. She's only here to support her man. She's not actually part of this match. Tries the drop kick, but Voodoo was already outside the ring, as the referees explained. He wasn't in the ring, so that can't really count. Now, Crowley takes off. Whoa. Nearly straight into young Clementine. That's the danger to coming to support your man against somebody like Voodoo. Well, we have him billed at 6'2". He reckons he's 6'4". Backhammers, slaps. Fingers down the base of the spine. Headlock and stranglehold. Man in the front. Nice combination. Now maybe we can actually get these two in the ring and do some wrestling. I think you can see by the look of Charles Crowley's face that he felt that. Oh, and what is Voodoo doing now? Using that little charm, that amulet, that doll, the Gree-Gree, as it's known in Voodoo, the Gree-Gree. And someone touches a Gree-Gree, you are in big trouble. And Clementine holding on to Voodoo's Gree-Gree, that is going to cause some big problems with these two. Clementine says she's okay, but Crowley's just got to get a man back in the ring. You must not touch the amulet. You must not touch the charm, the little head. It's part of the Voodoo ritual, that little Gree-Gree, and to walk off with it like Clementine did, that is going to cause all sorts of problems. Knee drop. No, base of the spine drop. Straight down. Cover. Voodoo saying it was 3, but it wasn't. And the referee absolutely adamant about that. Voodoo gets into the ring, does the rituals before we start, just to make sure that the ancestors are looking over him. That can provide him with some inspiration. Straight across the throat, and the referee puts the 5 count onto Voodoo. And again. Just toying with Mr. Charles Crowley, isn't he? And the referee while we're at it. Look. Big smile from Voodoo. And again. And a big smile. How many times can you count one? Oh, got to 4 then at the 5. He could be back to that dressing room. Meanwhile, what sort of damage has it done to Charles Crowley? When given a chance to shine, well, Crowley is daring and extravagant and a big attraction as the carnival rolls into town, but Voodoo is putting the block on that straight away. Right, armbar, arm wrench across the shoulders, into the ropes, against the rope, again pulling the arm the other way. Clementine at ringside screaming at her man. We need some sort of comeback from Crowley. The first rule of professional wrestling is to go for your opponent, weaken it, and then keep going for it. And that arm could be in trouble in a minute. Just stomping on every bit of Crowley at the moment. Foot across the throat in the corner. Voodoo described Crowley as a cheap trick, a man with a stupid balloon when he brings one in the ring. He has no time for the tag team either. The big, dangerous, scary mammals. Not so big, not so dangerous. Not scare Voodoo, he said. Building up a pile driver. No, over he goes. Tries. Oh, no, could have done a sunset flip, but can't take his man down to finish off that move. Choke hold. Doesn't even need to cover. Oh, he was so confident of the 3, he decided not even to cover him. Crowley's going to need some sort of divine inspiration right now. So we've seen him in WrestleForce rings a few times, but he's not being allowed to shine today. Voodoo absolutely dominating this one. Again, gives a very weird grey stare to Clementine. Oh! Tries a sort of moonsault, but straight down on his knee. And his back, of course, which is what he damaged last time with Danny Duggan. 3-in-1 move there from Crowley. Just the count of 2 and kicks out. And a stamp. Very interesting man, Charles Crowley. His mum's was a stand-up comic and stunt woman. And his dad has an OBE and is president of the Bedford Chamber of Commerce. Very interesting family, the Crowleys. But son, Charles, is in quite a bit of trouble here at Romford. And again, you see that old adage of weaken your opponent and keep going for it. That's exactly what Voodoo is doing. Non-title match, this one, but Voodoo has defended his title quite a few times since the end of lockdown. Another choke and a backbreaker as he goes down. Surely that's it now for Crowley. 1, 2. Oh, and somehow Crowley kicks out. Clementine absolutely celebrating at ringside on that one. Gets the crowd shouting as well. And that's what he needs. It's very likeable 29-year-old. Charles Crowley is on the floor, and Voodoo's attacking Clementine. Well, the referee's going to have to do something about that. He's had enough of Clementine shouting and screaming and geeing up the crowd. Well, the referee saying unhand her. Was that if it puts... Oh, yay. Dunga, says the big mysterious man, but now... Super moonsault, but it's outside the ring. Now, how is Clementine? Because Charles Crowley is okay, but she took one heck of a pounding there from the mystery man Voodoo. You may not be able to see it ringside, but she's moving. She's not very good condition at the moment. Crowley tries a 3 now. No, kicks out at 2. And Clementine just controlling her breathing at ringside. Referee just checking on her. She sort of half gives her a half wave that she's all right, but not brilliant. Choke slam coming up, I think. A Voodoo special. No! Reverse. Oh, pile driver now. A tombstone. No! Surely Crowley can't lift this big man up to do that. Over 6 foot of power that is the mysterious man. That's sorted in. Boot to the face. Voodoo senses victory, and at this time the ancestors were wrong again. All right, Clementine, if you can't see her ringside, is coming to a little bit. Just checking her jaw. She's a bit worried about her jaw. That was one heck of a thump from Voodoo. She's dazed and she's just checking her jaw, but I think she's okay. Meanwhile, in the ring, full marks to Crowley for getting out of every single attempt of a choke slam or a tombstone or anything else that this mysterious Voodoo has thrown at him. Face plant straight down. Now the cover. Oh, the foot on the ropes. Again, Crowley trying to impress the promoters here today to give himself another shot at Voodoo's title. He had a go in February of 2020 and was unsuccessful. It's the first time they've met since then. Well, you've got to give him 10 out of 10 for staying power. He's also learning Japanese as well. He wants to wrestle in Japan, so at the moment he's learning Japanese to try and give himself half a chance of representing Britain in Japan. Oh! A shoulder charge straight into that steel post. Another face plant, and surely now it's going to be all over for the magical Mr. Charles Crowley. Voodoo does his ring trick. Oh! Straight down onto Martin Raymondson. He takes a tumble as well. Catches the referee off that top rope. And a wrench! That was totally flummoxed Voodoo. 1, 2, 3, but there's no one there to count it. There is no one there to count that full. That's a count of 9. But Martin Raymondson has taken a knock on the side of the ring. Clementine goes down to check on him. That's got to, and it's got to be a count of 20 now. Absolutely easy win for Crowley. But the referee's not there to count it, and if he's not there, it doesn't count. Crowley just going to check on Martin. Oh, and a boot in the unmentionables. And again, the referee's not there to disqualify him for that. Voodoo using every underhand trick he could possibly do. Screaming at the referee to take notice now. And somehow Crowley gets out of that as well. Crowley's not been given a chance to really shine with his considerable wrestling skill, but the staying power, the stamina of this man is absolutely phenomenal. Martin Raymondson, our referee, has taken quite a tumble out there. And the use of the mysterious power. And again, Mike, is there any other referee here that can sort this match out? Raymondson counts one, counts two. And yes, quite rightly so, Clementine knocks him off. There's so much skullduggery going on, so much wall breaking, so much underhand tactics. That was only fair from Clementine. And now, suplex to come back in. Oh. Crowley's got it! Crowley's got it! Just deserts the right result. Charles Crowley wins against Voodoo.
Because you would have been disqualified in that match if the win hadn't gone for Crowley. You would have been disqualified anyway now. But ladies and gentlemen, no matter what happens outside, inside